Hey everybody, it's Tommy Thomas coming to you live from Tster Talk. Whew, I tell you, another segment is due. Listen, I want to talk about stress in your life. It's everywhere. Let's be real. We are just dealing with so much stuff in our lives these days. It's just much different than it was years ago. These days, it's all over the place, right? We're feeling it every day. No matter what we do, we can't escape everything that goes around us. Either it be work, family, functions, doing things at home, even just helping people, right? A whole gob of things happen in a day to day thing, and we can't help it, right? It's just part of life. But there are ways that you can avoid as much of it. And I would like to talk to you, all of us, about that. Like, it's so serious because stress is a silent killer. And people don't realize that. They just look at it and go, oh, I'll get over it. I'll just go to sleep and do this and that. But enough of it over a course of time, especially if you're older, can be detrimental. And it's serious, okay? And I just wanted to touch base on it. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. And I think now is the time to really do it. There's some things that hit home sometimes that makes you kind of get up and go, okay, I'm gonna do this for this segment, and I'm gonna do that, and here's why. There's some people out there who might need to hear this, and I'm going to come with it. Okay, this is serious. I know people kind of just blow things off, but with mental depression at an all-time high now, especially among youth, it needs to be stressed out. And if you're listening to this and you feel like you have some issues, please pay attention because you need to stop doing what you're doing and change it the way it is in your life now because all things can happen in a halt just like that, right? We only have one life and we have to make sure that we are living it abundantly and properly as best we can, right? I know there are other things that go on. We have to work, we have to be parents, we have to be somewhere at a certain time, we have an event to go through, you're trying to date, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, and it all compounds on how life is, right? We're just talking life. And no way to hide it, right? There's some things you just can't get over, you have to do. But if you do it in a certain way and try to spread it out, try to be, a little bit more safe with it, and I mean safe is because if you do the research, there are things that you can look for the signs, right? There are signs everywhere sometimes of things that are just really right there, right? And if you recognize the signs, you can do something about it, right? We're trying to help people here, really. So one of the signs I researched and I came up was sometimes if you have stress, you have difficulty in breathing, right? If you're feeling like your breathing has changed and you just think, oh, okay, I'm not talking about if you got asthma and stuff like that. I'm talking about just on a regular, like your breathing has changed. You know it because only you know you. Nobody else can tell you about you and who you and what you go through and your symptoms, right? So you have to be the one that recognizes it, right? So if you have panic attacks, that's another sign. Like you didn't have panic attacks before, and now all of a sudden you just having them. You need to get yourself checked out. You need to really start looking at some things that are really causing this, right? Because it can be fatal later down the line, and we don't want that, right? We just don't want that. I know I'm a workaholic, right? I do a lot of stuff. I grind and grind. I have to check myself now. I'm starting to realize that, hey, I might not be around if I keep this regimen going. I need to look at myself as an individual and say, do I want to be around for my kids, for me, my own personal life, my family, my friends? I owe it to everybody to make sure that I am serious about what I'm doing in my life, right? You only get one. Okay, another one, blurred eyesight or sore eyes. Are you experiencing that? Um, you know, do you just all of a sudden just have it and you just start wiping your eyes and go, oh, okay, I'm fine? But does it happen on a daily day basis or maybe twice a week, three times a week, whatever? Is it occurring more often than you letting on that you want to know about? And you need to know about it, right? You can't just blow things off anymore. You have to start looking at all the things. Our body is telling us what's wrong, right? If you get pinched, you go, ooh, all of a sudden you know it's hurting, right? You do something about it, right? Or you got a cut, right? You put a band-aid on it. These are signs that your body is doing things that it didn't like, right? And you have to attend to it. So these are the things that we're talking about stress wise that sometimes we just kind of pass over, right? So another one, sleep issues. Let's be real. You can't sleep really that well. Your mind's just rolling and racing. It's thinking about things. Oh, I got to do this tomorrow. I got to do that. I got to blah, blah, blah. I mean, this stuff is like everyday stuff, right? We all do it, right? Some days you just can't sleep, but you're super tired, right? You said to yourself, oh, I need to be knocked out. What the heck is wrong with me? Why am I up on Facebook and YouTube and watching videos and all this stuff, or reading the Bible, whatever you're doing? How come I can't sleep? Well, there's got to be some issues going on with that, and it needs to be addressed, right? Fatigue, right? We're all tired. We all busted and grinding. Some of us got 2 or 3 jobs, 3, 4 kids, taking care of elderly parents, taking care of infants, work related, right? They're working you 45, 50 hours a week. Let's be real. And, they ain't trying to pay you that well, but you up there trying to impress them. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. My check needs to be like this. Hey, it ain't all about the money. I'm saying it's not all about the money, because in the end, you won't be making no money if you're sitting there laying down. And let's be real. Anything happens to you, they're on Indeed the next few minutes putting in the next person for your job before you even funeralize. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. That's the way it is. You need to look at yourself and stop working so much, right? Take some time off. If you have vacation time, do it. Take some sick time. And I'm preaching to myself too, because I work all the time. I am talking to myself. I am just constantly going. And I can no longer do that anymore, okay? So if you're experiencing fatigue, you need to look at that. Muscle aches, headaches, okay? Okay, sis, headaches. Look at all this stuff. Look at all these things that are going on with your body. If all these things are happening, you need to go check it out. You need to go check to a doctor, say, hey, I'm experiencing this, this, and that. And if you don't feel like going to the doctor, look it up. Everything's online now. Let's be real. Google's everywhere. Just go look the stuff up, check it out, balance it out, write the pros and cons down to what's happening with you, and take it serious, right? Here's another thing, right? Chest pains, high blood pressure. Those are the big daddies, right? Because those, they cannot mix, right? That will do you in. Those two right there alone will do you in, right? Let alone the stress adds to that. And you have to be willing to look beyond the things that you say are normal. This could be happening to us, including me, right? I want this message to come out to everybody that is going through this or feeling this way. Look at these symptoms that I'm mentioning, right? And indigestion, heartburn. Those are symptoms, right? I mean, we all feel like, oh my God, this hurts, stuff like that. Well, don't take it lightly, because the people who take it lightly are no longer here to talk about taking it lightly. So it's up to you to look at everything that you're doing in your life and stop worrying about every little thing. Give it to God of all things. Pray to the Lord and let Him be in your life. Let Him take all your concerns and your problem. That's what He's there for. That's His job. Let Him do His job. Get that off of your mind and be prayerful about it. Move forward and do the things that you need to do, and you will feel better and hopefully live longer for it. I'm just wanted to tell a few people who wants to look at this channel and say, okay, this guy is telling the truth. I need to do this, because if I mention any of these things in here, know that it's coming from my heart and that I'm trying to help, including myself. But I just wanted to bring some awareness to it, because a lot of people just go day in, day out, and they don't even realize what's wrong. They'll go to the doctor, oh, nothing's wrong with you. They'll run these tests, oh, nothing's this. But these symptoms right here are sure signs that you have some trouble and you need to address it, okay? So I'm Tommy Thomas, coming to you live from Tster Talk. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and give me some comments. And as always, stay healthy and stay safe. God bless.